Right, what's going on, guys? So today I'm back with another video, something a bit different. As the meta's been changing and all the patches have changed and been mixing up all the game, people have been struggling. People have been coming into my stream saying, like, Clutch, how can I improve? How can I get some more wins on foot champs, on rivals? How can I take that next level? So what this video is mainly going to be about, it's going to be 10 tips on how to get more wins, whether it be foot champs, rivals, anything. These will be mostly core fundamentals to the game, nothing that's too overpowered that will help you improve. So before we start the video, if you can, please drop me a sub. We've just hit 1.6k, crazy achievement. We're just absolutely going crazy right now. Obviously drop a like if you enjoy the video, drop a comment, turn the notification bell on. I saw something crazy that like 85% of the people that watch my videos aren't even subbed. So, I mean, come on now, boys. You got to do me right, boys. Do me right. So what we're going to get into the first tip. So that is, don't drag defenders out. Whilst I'm doing this, I'll put us on the foot ultimate team. So the first one is, don't drag defenders out, track runners instead. Now, I see a lot of people that because of how they're used to playing, where they're quite aggressive, they'll basically run out, try and win the ball off the player dribbling or attacking. But what they won't realise is someone's triggered a run, so their player's made a run in behind, and it's one through ball, and we all know how overpowered through balls are these days. Now, I genuinely find, as much as it's annoying to play against, and I don't like playing against it, or don't really like doing it, but just bring your players back. Just track the run. No, people can't, but it's very unlikely, in terms of percentages, it's very unlikely someone's going to score from outside the box, like from shooting. Whereas if you leave the open runner going in on goal, that's a 90-95% chance of a goal. So like I said, so just track your runners, don't drag your defenders out. Now, number two, this is about corners. Now, I have a lot of people ask me about corners. Clutch, how do you do corners? How do you score from them? Now, there's two main ways to do it. The first one will be to pass the ball short. So do the R1 and then basically bring your player short, and just make sure that that you could. A lot of the time, it's so hard to score a corner. So unless you have one of the top elite headers on the game, there's just no point. You're better off passing the ball and then just building a play into the box and trying to score that way. Oh, apologise, boys. So that's usually what I would do. Or now I'm lucky that on my main account I have Hullet, so I genuinely can just use Hullet, or on this account I've got CR7, and they are two of arguably the best headers on the game. So you can cross it, and if you're going to cross it, I usually full power it, put the circle around the middle of the box, and it usually drills toward the middle, towards the near post. I manually select the player that I want to run with and run towards the near post, flick it on. I also use manual headers, boys. Manual headers is a really good way to score from corners. Now, number three, right? It's quick passing. Now, obviously, with the new meta, with the skill moves being nerfed, quick passing has become a really good way to score goals in this game. So it's kind of just a ping pong way that used to be what FIFA used to be. But so you basically just pass the ball as quick as you can in and around the box. You'll have people lunging, people dragging around players, and it's just a good way to drag people out of the box to beat the new 5 at the back meta or the new drop back meta. So that's why you should be doing that. Now, something that has been prevalent for the whole year, but something that is probably even more important now, are strikers with two formations. Now, two strikers has been something that for most of the year it's been used. Most people have been using the 4-2-2 or the 4-4-2. But especially now with these new patches, the 5-3-2 with the two strikers, it is so important. Having that link up the top of the pitch, because you can't do as much skill moves and as much dribbling. You need to have those passing options. So that is why having a two-striker formation is always great. Doing the 1-2s or even baiting runs, which we'll get into further on. But yeah. Now, something that I definitely use, and you can see it, you'll be able to tell in the team, is when you're using attacking players, 5-star skills is so important. Now, as you can see in this team, I've got Felix and CR7, and then I've even got Robin on the bench. And then on my main, and I've got Rashford. And then on my other account, I've got R9, Pele. So 5-star skills is very important, especially to me. Now, some people don't use skill moves, and of course that's fine. But I do genuinely find that skill moves is such an important way to beat a defender in this game. I still think the bridge is still really overpowered. You've got the L1R1 bridge, you've got the Elastico, you've got the fake shot, Cracketta. There's so many skill moves you can do, the running scoop turn. So the 5-star skill moves, as much as it's been patched, is still so important. So if you can, 5-star skills, try to start use some of them, and just try to get more involved. Now, number 6 is bait the runs of your attackers. Now, we were just talking about this with the 2-striker formation. So a lot of the time what you can do, you can click, I think it's LB, or it's LB or RB, I can't remember, and it will trigger a run for your player to make a run in on goal. And a lot of the time you can fake that run and maybe make a different passing option, or even do a skill move, shoot. There's a lot of things you can do, but just don't be afraid to bait runs. So just set traps. Don't make yourself obvious enough where people can predict what you're going to do every time. But again, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, but don't be afraid to bait runs. I think it's a really effective way, especially with the fullbacks on this new 5-back. Bait the runs of the fullbacks, or one of the centre mids bombing on my other side. Just bait the runs. Try and do a bit more dribbling. I think it works. It works for me anyway. So now, number 7, we got add a wider variety in attack and don't become predictable. Now, I can't tell you how many people I've personally coached, and within 15 in-game minutes, I can tell what they're going to do every time, because they have just a certain way of playing. They don't mix it up. It will always be the same 1-2 or the same skill move, and it just becomes so predictable. So please, guys, switch your play up. So R1 square crosses, you've got the quick passing, you've got skill moves, you've got over the top through balls, floor through balls. There's so many ways to score goals in this game, so don't be afraid to use them all. Don't get stuck in a rut where you're using the same skills, or you're using the same way of playing, the same setup to passes to score goals. Obviously, it will work for you, but people will figure you out. And if you're struggling against the higher level opponents, that is why. People are figuring you out quick. And that may be why you're struggling to hold leads, and why you might go 1 or 2-0 up right at the start, but then after that they come back because people figured you out. So just make sure you're not predictable, all right, boys? Right. Number 8 is don't give too much space on the edge of the box for attackers. Now, I say this because, like I said, obviously the percentages of them scoring long shots earlier, like I said, it's lower, but there's still a chance, all right? So once you've marked that run that I was talking about, then come make sure that they can't get that long shot off. Now, if you haven't been using them, long shot finesse shots are ridiculously overpowered. They just absolutely fly, and especially if you green them. Some people think time finishing doesn't work. I was speaking to FIFA analyst about it, and he doesn't really think it's worth it. But I've been speaking to some other pros, and I've been doing it on my streams. If you've been there, green time finesses are very much worth it, and they do add an extra bit of power and accuracy to the shots. So if you can green them, do it. But don't be afraid to take finesse shots. They really do work, all right, boys? So please don't be afraid to do it. Now, something that I see no one doing, really, which surprises me, is over-the-top through balls. If you have people with high passing stats, so if you have anyone with high long passing or high short passing, over-the-top through balls work so well. Especially if you can get a clear run in. I've scored so many goals from an over-the-top through ball where people just don't see it coming. To play that kind of Tom Brady ball, or the Xavi Alonso, I think, whatever you can call it, or Paul Scholes. Just a massive ball over the top. People don't expect it. It's an experiment, boys. Like I said, when I was talking earlier about just adding variety to your attack. So just try it. Give it a go. Even if you're a couple goals up, just try stuff to improve, all right? So over the top through balls are a good one for me. Now, obviously, like I said, now this is the last point. It is use more skill moves. I spoke about it earlier. You've got the Elastico, you've got the Cricketer, you've got the running scoop turn, you've got the reversed Elastico, you've got the fake shot, you've got the running fake shot, the bridge, L1R1 bridge. Rainbow flick still works really well, especially if you do a standing fake shot into a rainbow flick. So overpowered, scores so many goals. There are so many good skill moves on this game that I see no one using, and there is a place for all of them. Like literally all of them. Even the drag back. There you go. That was 10 skill moves I named. Drag back. Drag backs are really overpowered. People aren't really touching it. Not really sure why. But yes, just please, I know some people don't agree with skill moves, but try it. If you want more wins, skill moves are needed. Fact. Like you won't see any top level pro that doesn't use any skill moves. Every single one of them does. So if you want to hit that next level, skill moves are needed. All right, boys. But listen, this has been me. If you enjoyed this video, drop me a comment. Let me know. If you want more videos like this and me just giving you a bit of coaching help, trying to help you guys improve, let me know in the comments. Obviously, share the video with a friend. Yeah, like I said, drop a sub, drop a comment, like the video, drop a sub. And like I said, 85% of people aren't subbed. So, come on, boys. Do me right, all right? I appreciate you guys. Right, I'll see you guys later, boys. Peace.